Hey Kiss fans, welcome to Kiss Army Things here on YouTube. It's your boy Xander. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well today. Today's video is going to be a kind of a quick video. It's actually a follow-up to the one I did about a year or two ago, back when my editing skills weren't that great. I did a video about my Kiss collection, talking about how I just moved into my new house, got everything set up, and I was really excited. So I thought it'd be cool to do a follow-up to that video, talking about some of the things that I've gotten since then, some of the upgrades I've gotten, like this nice magazine rack. Anyway, I just wanted to show some stuff off today, some stuff that I've gotten since the last video. Like how I think in that first video I was talking about how I had some sealed records from the 70s. And apparently when I went back and reviewed some episodes from our podcast, I remembered that I actually have a sealed copy of Kiss Alive 2. It's funny how you get to a point where you have so much stuff that you start to forget what you actually have. But no, I do have a sealed copy of Kiss Alive 2. How it's remained sealed all these years and how it ended up in my hands, I have no idea. But super cool to have. It's actually a CRC pressing, so that's super awesome. I know fans love the stuff from the 70s, so I wanted to start off with some of the 70s stuff, like, for instance, this really cool Dynasty Tour book. It is a little beaten up, you can see, but for the price I got it for, I don't even mind. Just to be able to have this tour book and hold it in my hands is absolutely awesome. It is a 4th edition, I believe. It's the 4th version. It's the one with the Sun ad, Gene's ad for Sun. And I believe that was the last version that they did. A first version is almost impossible to find. I've never actually seen one of those, but I do have a Dynasty Tour book. It's absolutely awesome. Of course, if you have one, you already know that. But so I can actually show off some 80s stuff this time. I don't know if I showed anything from the 80s because that stuff is, really, really hard to find. But this is something really cool for all you 80s fans. This is a shirt from the Animalize tour, and you can see it actually has Bruce's image on it instead of Mark St. John. The date is listed as 1985, but on the back here is the Kiss Animalize logo. This one is similar, just a little bit different. It's a tank top. No, I did not cut these sleeves off. They were made to be sleeveless, but on the back there is nothing. And this one also has Bruce on it. I actually bought this first one with the intent of actually wearing it, believe it or not, but it's way, way too small. Sizes must be a lot different nowadays than they were back then, because there's no way that I would even fit in this. I would rip it apart, but still cool nonetheless. One more thing from the 80s real quick, just a cool Hot in the Shade postcard. Nothing really special about it, just front and back there. I thought it was really cool that something like this from 89 is still in great condition. The corners aren't bent. There's no stains on it. I love the Hot in the Shade logo there, the stamp. I don't know if it's going to focus in or not, but you can see it right up there. Everybody's seen it before. It's what our logo is based off of. But there you go. Yeah, 15 new tracks, and it's even got a couple statements here asking fans to call local radio stations and call MTV and request Kiss. Now, as far as the 90s go, I'll show this one item here. I think I actually showed this on a recent stream I did with Brant over on the channel In My Head. But I recently purchased this 35mm roll of film from the Detroit Rock City movie trailer. Now, how awesome is this? How often do you see something like this? And this is probably from the theater. I mean, this is what they used to put on the projector and show the trailers, and you can see it's actually still sealed. So something really cool that you never come across. I had to get this. I love that movie. Obviously, I'm a 90s Kiss fan, so yeah, this was definitely up my alley. Happy to have this. Now this, I don't even know why I'm showing this, but it's still pretty cool. This is a page that was printed and meant to be inserted into the farewell tour books once Eric Singer had joined in 2001. I bought it because I could have swore I had a farewell tour book. I do not. But nevertheless, this is still really cool. So if I do get one, I know where I'm going to insert this. So I think in that video I did a year or two ago, I'm pretty sure I talked about the Kiss MP3 cassette, which is a Kiss MP3 player that's shaped like a cassette. Very random, but very, very cool. It came out, I think, in 2015, 2016, right around there. It was made by Concert Live, but I actually had to go and get the alternate version. This is also a Kiss MP3 player, but it's a button. So on the back here, you can see where you would just be able to pin that to your shirt there. But right there's the buttons, the play button, the fast forward button, and right there's your audio jack, and the power buttons on the back. So yeah, this is a functioning MP3 player. Both of these came preloaded with shows from Alive 35 tour. So there's the SD card for that one. And then this one, the micro SD card is pretty well in there, but you can see right there it is. Two very random pieces of Kiss merchandise, but I absolutely love them. I think there were other Kiss MP3 players made, but I don't have those yet. Okay, so just a couple more things as I'm wrapping up here. This one is the smallest on today's list, but it's probably the coolest. I don't think it's going to actually show up in focus, so I'll throw some pictures up on the screen, but this is one of Paul's picks that he used on the North American 2022 leg of the End of the Road Tour. This is one that he actually threw out into the crowd during the sound check experience. I was lucky enough, my wife and I, we saw the sound check in Dayton, Ohio. A terrific experience, and what better way to commemorate it with a pick from Paul himself. This is one that he threw out into the audience, and I, when I picked it up, I've never actually gotten a pick that way before. I'm sure lots of fans have, especially if you're, always in the front row, but I've never had that experience before. So to be able to stand there in front of Paul Stanley and he flicks this pick out into the crowd and I pick it up off the ground and I have it forever. I mean, it's small things like that that make all this really fun. So the collection is ever growing. Even this weekend, I went and got, this shirt. Check out this shirt. How awesome is this? It has Eric Carr on it. I think it's unofficial, which would explain a lot, but still a really cool shirt. I think this is the image that you find on the Kissology Volume 2. I absolutely love this shirt. I have a very similar one with the original lineup on it, and this one is super awesome in and of itself. And then the latest addition to my Kiss collection is this Ultimate Guide to Kiss. This is actually on newsstands now. I'm sure most Kiss fans already probably have this. I know it's been posted and talked about in all the Kiss groups, so you may already have this, but my buddy Rob from the Right Between the Eyes podcast sent me a message and was like, hey, you got to go to your local Walmart, get it, check it out. And I did. I'm going through it right now. I haven't read it all the way through, but so far it's a really good read. It's just kind of walking through the entire Kiss history, which, most Kiss fans already know, but it's just cool to reread the story. Of course, on the front, you have an awesome image of Kiss from the reunion era, 96. On the back, you have Gene and Paul from this current End of the Road tour. And then right when you open up, you have this incredible photo from the Monster Tour, I believe. So, yeah, lots of really cool stuff. I'll just open up to a random page here to kind of give you a sense of what it has on the inside. You've got Boom, Gene. I believe, everybody has kind of their own little section. There's Vinnie Vincent. So, yeah, really, really cool stuff. Get this, definitely. Look, there's some stuff from The Elder right there. Paul from The Elder. It'll be a fun time going through this and finishing up and reading it. And if you're a Kiss collector, be sure to leave me some comments down below about what you like to collect, how long you've been collecting. Is there something that you want to share, talk about a certain memory? Please do. I love reading your guys' comments. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. There's lots of cool Kiss videos for you to enjoy on this channel. And I really appreciate you joining me here today on Kiss Army Things, talking about Kiss collecting. My name is Xander. Have a great day.